Dan and Jace here, West Ham Fan TV. We've just watched the West Brom 1, West Ham 3 emotional, dramatic game. Matt, how relieved are you we got over the line there?
Mate, first things first, come on, you Irons.
Come on! European football guaranteed, pretty much.
Mate, even though you can see most of the players were blown out their ass, even from the start of the game, you could see how much it meant to them. And at the end of the day, we got what we needed, no?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, and, Spurs dropping points, losing to Aston Villa was huge. They was all celebrating being above us for 5 minutes. And all we need is a point now to finish above them. But that game, it all started off like it was looking worrying when Declan missed the penalty.
Yeah, mate. I mean, we papered over the cracks in that game, to be honest, didn't we? The cracks that have been appearing and the cracks that have been opening gradually over the last game since the Newcastle game, to be honest. And we didn't make it easy for ourselves, but that seems to be the trend over these last games. I mean, like you said, Spurs result, and this was even more important because of the Arsenal and Everton, because we're West Ham and we know how easy we can fuck things up. And so it was massive. I mean, we've been overachieving all season, as much as we love West Ham, we have to admit it. And I thought, to be honest, like you said, the Rice penalty, and then the free corner goal, and then Cresswell's one that smacked off the post. I thought, Christ, I thought our luck's run out. But like you said, mate, I think it would have been a completely different game if we'd have scored that penalty, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. We probably would have gone on and been quite comfortable in the game, and I think that would have just took the wind out of West Brom's sails. But it was, there was a long period of time where it seemed like West Brom were just in control and we couldn't quite get into the game. It was strange.
I think they got a lot of strength from the penalty miss, mate. Obviously, I'm sure Fat Sam, really with the way that he left the club and everything, I'm sure he really got them up for the game, And to be honest, we looked really panicky in the defence the whole game, don't you think? I mean, nobody really looked confident. They had a lot of chances that you guys, I was on the watch along and I was jumping out my seat alongside you guys. I mean, it was just one of those things that you just thought to yourself they could score at any time. And with Grady coming on, we just thought maybe it was written that they might take it away from us. But
it was, didn't it? It looked like it was it. Grady didn't run a good cross of European football.
But I mean, I'm glad Souček got the goal, mate, to be honest, because really, I mean, he didn't deserve that own goal, and you can't blame Randolph. And again, great to see Benrahma get the assist. Honestly, I think maybe if Moyes had a little bit more confidence with Benrahma, maybe he would have got him on penalties, because I saw before the game, I think he's got an 8 out of 8 penalty record. So maybe, but I mean, let's look at it, mate. I mean, offensively, we've fallen apart since the Newcastle game. I mean, since Newcastle, I mean, in the games, the 4 games, ending with the Newcastle game, I think we scored, what was it, 11? I think 3, and 2. And then the last 4 games, I think we scored 3. So I mean, it just seems to have fallen apart, and hopefully this can just take that turn, because I mean, I know we look exhausted, but I think it's up front where we look that little bit more leggy, don't you think?
Yeah, that seems to be it. And obviously Antonio got the goal, but he seemed like he's been a bit tired, and some of the runs just haven't paid off, and it's been difficult. But I don't want to go too much onto negatives and things, but I was very surprised that Benrahma was taken off, since he was one of our brightest players.
Yeah, mate, I really don't understand that either. I mean, I agree with you 100%. Antonio, the last game, dropped too deep. The game before, he was moving too wide. And I mean, the goal shows when he's in and around the box and stays centrally, shows the damage he can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got the assist.
Yeah, and with the penalty as well. I mean, some people saying he could have shot, but I mean, like they say, if my grandma had a wheel, she would have been a bike. So I mean, it's easy to judge it, in the moment. But at least he's in there in the box winning a penalty. But I think, like you said, mate. I mean, one thing I can say, it looks like one of the keys of the success this year has been the team spirit. You know what I mean? You see them in the training, you see them in the video, you see them in the game. Like, did you see when Fornals for the last goal, he said, "This is my team." You could see him, And the only thing I worry about there, mate, is that I agree. I would have taken off Benrahma. I would have taken off Lingard, sorry, not Benrahma, because I think Benrahma did more than Bowen and Lingard together. And if Lingard obviously is a favourite of Moyes, and obviously he wants to keep him happy to get the contract, but if he gets into the status of being like untouchable, I think that's really going to hurt our team spirit, don't you think?
Yeah, that's it. And I think it could hurt Lingard if you get complacent, if you feel like you're the first name on the team sheet. But yeah, I mean, thankfully, Lingard did, to be fair, he went on to get the assist in the end, which he didn't have a great game, but he did get the assist to clinch it.
That's it, mate. And I think that's why Moyes also leaves him on, because, for example, take that position there of Lingard. Everybody was umming and ahhing. What's he going to do? Is he going to cut inside on the left foot? And then when he saw Antonio move across. But think about it. If you put Bowen or you put Fornals in that position, I don't think they have the composure. I don't think they would have made that decision. You know what I mean? So I think that's maybe why Moyes wants to leave him onto the game, in the game. But I mean, one thing I've got to say, man, I love Fornals too. But I mean, to be honest, they've got to cancel his summer break. They need to send him, I don't know, with Teddy Sheringham or Paolo Di Canio. They need to send him on like a month intensive shooting camp to get, because like I said with Nicky,
that's his one downside, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the potential to be a Bruno Fernandes, because, I mean, the guy runs, he moves, he gets everywhere, but he just can't hit anything, mate. So, I mean, if we can get him shooting, I really think that we'd have a hell of a player on our hands, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. Fingers crossed that they do that. And but you know, hopefully Sunday, look, we just need a point.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. It's been an exciting season. It's been a stressful season. And
good stress,
good stress. Unlike the bad stress of relegation battles.
Let's look at Saints, mate. I mean, Saints, I watched their last game against Leeds. In the first half, they were pretty on top. But you know how Leeds broke them down on the counter-attack. So let's go back to basics. Let's go back to our West Ham were in January, February, March, you know, that great counter-attacking team. I'd even be tempted to play five at the back, or three at the back, however you want to play it, and just absorb some Southampton possession and hit him on the counter, because they look really, really poor against the counter. And like you say, we need that point, but screw it, mate. We want to go for that win, and we want to get that last Europa League space, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Fingers crossed. And yeah, hopefully, Matt, we'll be talking about that on Sunday. But no, thank you very much for coming.
And keep up with the weight loss, guys. I love the videos, and we're pending to see how you guys are doing, okay?
Cheers, Matt.
Cheers,
appreciate it.
Okay. Take care, guys. Come on, you eyes.
Nice one. Come on, you eyes.